the tribesmen of the Varli tribe when it comes to this. And with this, we also work in the direction of preserving the ethnobotanical knowledge that is given to us by these tribesmen. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Any question? Is Lakshmi Shri ma'am here?
Yeah.
Lakshmi.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
be ready with me.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Should I present my presentation?
Okay, okay. You can check the screen sharing. Okay.
Yeah.
There is question, ma'am. Apurva, ma'am.
Yes, sir, yes. Mona ma'am, could you please tell me as to what you mean to ask about the insight? If you could please put it in the chat box.
The question is there in the chat box.
No, I can read the question, but I just want to know what she exactly means by saying the insight. As to the identification of something like that, identification of the the constituents in the plant, or the identification of the plant in general. Okay, so the in general, okay, so no, not any information was given by them as such. When I asked them what exactly it is used for, because we know papaya leaves are used for treating dengue and diseases like that, so I was expecting an information like that. But when they told me what it's actually used for, I was pretty shocked. So I asked them as to how they got that knowledge from, and the only answer that I got was from the word of mouth by their ancestors. So yeah, there is, but they generally do it not at a young age, when the plant is pretty mature. Then they take the leaves and the fruits and then make the decoction. Did I answer? Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you.
Sir, am I audible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Is my slide visible, sir, in the slideshow?
Yes, yes.
Can I start?
Uh, we'll ask the chairperson.
Ma'am, could you
Make
put
the
it on
full
the
screen.
slide? Yeah.
It's full screen only.
Okay.
We can still
Shailaja,
see
ma'am.
the slide bars actually. This is the
Yeah,
maximum.
1 minute. 1 minute.
Ah, yes.
Shailaja, ma'am, can we start next presentation?
Yes, sir. I think, but ma'am is there.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here, ma'am. Just a moment. I'm just sharing.
Yeah.
Okay, okay. The impact of seasonal variation on the total phenol and flavonoid content in a dried stain powder of
Sir,
any
is my
parasite.
slide visible now?
Yes, ma'am.
Slideshow is visible?
No, actually, there is no full screen view.
Now, how to go about?
You can press F5.
Am I supposed to do entire screen?
Yes, you can share the screen.
Just a moment. Just a moment.
Start the slideshow and then share the screen. Okay, is Gaurav sir here? Gaurav Salaskar? Gaurav sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, be ready with your presentation. And
Okay.
Kunal Danmer sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay, be ready with your presentation. Sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Good afternoon, sir. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Myself, Dr. Pratap Deshmukh.
Yes, sir.
When my presentation is there, sir,
Okay.
I'm at, I'm at
Okay.
6.
Yes. Um, you can present after this presentation also. I think you are
Okay.
not there. Okay.
Okay, I am ready after that presentation, sir.
Okay. Okay. No problem.
So announce please me, sir. Dr. Pratap Deshmukh.
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Can I present, sir?
Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Yeah. Is it getting shared? Full
Yes,
screen?
ma'am.
Full screen?
Yes, ma'am. Full screen.
Yeah. Thank you. Good afternoon, one and all present here. This is Miss Lakshmi Sri S. Chengala, Assistant Professor from Department of Botany, GM Mom and Women's College, Bhiwandi. The topic for my presentation is impact of seasonal variation on total phenol and flavonoid content in dried stem powder of hemiparasite Dendropthy falcata variety pubescent. Plants are a reservoir of various biocompounds. Plants belonging to different family exhibit varying level of plant metabolites, and most often these metabolites are family specific. The number and type of secondary metabolite produced by the plant indicate their medicinal property and defense mechanism. The abiotic factor or environmental factors like temperature, altitude, water availability, nutrients, photoperiod, seasonal changes does have an effect on the number of metabolite produced by the plant. In addition, they also influence the gene regulation. As per the need, plant produce secondary metabolite in large quantities, especially during a particular stage in life cycle, in a specific season, or in tissues that require most protection. Dendropthy falcata, variety pubescent. It is also known as mistletoe, belonging to family Loranthaceae. It is an angiospermic perennial climbing woody hemiparasitic plant, which is also known as Vanda in Indian Ayurvedic system. It is an invasive pest. It is a rich source of phenol and flavonoid. Therefore, the whole plant has ethnobotanical importance. It is used in indigenous system of medicine as potential medicinal agent, cooling, bitter, astringent, antibacterial, aphrodisiac, narcotic, and having diuretic properties. Objective: the present study was carried out to assess the effect of season on the major phytochemical, basically phenol and flavonoid, in the dried stem powder of Dendropthy falcata, variety pubescent growing on different hosts. The literature survey shows hosts does have an influence on the phytochemical of this hemiparasite. The plant samples of Dendropthy falcata variety pubescent was collected along with flowers from in and around Yehur Hill, identified and authenticated from Blatter Herbarium, St. Xavier's College, Mumbai. This was the first time this particular variety has been reported from this Thane region by Lakshmi Sri and Geeta Vanan. Selection of host. The host plants were selected by considering several factors observed during the survey. During the survey, we got 21 hosts which were infected by this particular parasite, Dendropthy falcata variety pubescent. We have considered morphological similarities, common host or preferential host, and medicinal property along with nativeness of the host plant. The host plants were identified using flora of Presidency of Bombay and flora of Maharashtra. The hosts selected for our study were Mangifera indica, mango, and the hemiparasite has been abbreviated as DFM. Melia azadira, neem, the hemiparasite growing on neem has been abbreviated as DFN. Ficus religiosa, people, the hemiparasite growing on people has been abbreviated as DFP. Mango being a very common or a usual host, whereas Melia azadira and Ficus religiosa being an uncommon host, as well as having medicinal property. Methodology. Samples were collected in 3 different seasons, mainly summer, rainy, and winter, for 2 consecutive years. The stem samples were collected, shade dried, and hand pounded and kept in airtight bags. Extraction, preparation of plant extract. The samples were subjected to Soxhlet extraction with 80% methanol. Estimation was carried out by UV-VS spectrophotometric method. Total phenol was determined by Follin-Sicalto method, described by Singleton-Rose with slight modification by Lobo in 2011. Whereas total flavonoid was determined by using aluminum chloride method described by Wojcicki and Salatino with a slight modification by Kumatkar in 2014. The calibration curve for phenol was prepared using gallic acid, whereas for flavonoid, quercetin was considered. Statistical analysis was carried out by one-way analysis of variance using Excel Stat 10 software. Results. The results obtained show significant seasonal changes in total phenol content for 2 consecutive years, the highest being observed in summer, followed by rainy and winter season in the hemiparasite growing on Mangifera indica and Melia azadira, whereas a slight variation was observed with hemiparasite growing on people. Here, the total phenol was found to be more during winter season. The variation in total flavonoid content was also evident with the change in the season in all 3 samples for both consecutive years. The results are in line with the results of total phenol. The results of total phenol can be corroborated and correlated with the results reported by Sahu, where he has reported quantity of total alkaloid and polyphenols from the leaves of Bolaria, Boravia, Citrullus, Gravia tenax, where maximum amount was found in summer in comparison to winter and rainy season. Chowdhury et al. Also reported maximum amount of phenol content in Tinospora cordifolia in late summer. This is due to water stress condition. He has correlated it with water stress condition, leading to increased production of phenolic compound that can be attributed to the heightened activity of phenylalanine amylase lyase. Matila et al. In 2018, while studying autumn senescence of deciduous tree, Sorbus, Acer, Betula, Prunus, correlated synthesis of flavonoid and increase in its quantity content due to chlorophyll degradation. Hence, we can corroborate or correlate our flavonoid results with Matila's results. To summarize, in the present study, it was observed that there is a significant seasonal change in total phenol and flavonoid content for 2 consecutive years in between all the 3 samples, DFM, DFN, and DFP. Along with, however, there was also changes observed during the years. The concentration of above phytochemicals in the stem of Dendropte falcata variety pubescent parasiting on mango and neem were higher in summer season, followed by rainy and winter season, whereas the hemiparasite growing on people showed higher amount of above phytochemicals in winter. To conclude, the findings of this study changes or variation or fluctuations in the phytochemical found in the above mentioned plant does have an impact on the physiology and age of the host tree, as evident by the appearance of reddish young leaves in winter, falling of leaves under the deciduous condition, possible reduction in overall growth of the host tree during the summer. These changes in the host indirectly affect the hemiparasite to a large extent found on it. These are my references. Thank you so much. I thank the organizer for giving me this opportunity to present my work. I also thank my guide, Dr. Geeta Menon, Principal Archipel Rija College, for her guidance. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. Any questions? Is Pratap sir here? Pratap sir?
Yes, sir, I am here, Dr. Pratap Deshmukh.
Okay, you can check your screen sharing.
Okay, sir, I am trying at level my best, but there is network problem. So it will be defaulting. Okay.
Okay.
Can I start, sir, now?
No, wait. Just check the screen sharing.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, participants can ask their doubts, questions. Okay, if there is no question, can we move ahead, ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Pratap sir,
Yeah, sir.
you can start with your presentation.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Am I audible, sir, clearly?
Yes, your voice is clear.
Okay, I am trying my first slideshow, but my presentation is to the laptop and network coverage is limited, sir. Okay,
Okay.
please consider it problem. I am at Townda College.
Okay.
Okay, sir. I am audible?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot. Good afternoon, one and all the dignitaries. First of all, I congratulate all the convener organizer for such an international conference with tremendous responses to the all the peoples, and the technical programs are also very good. Okay, sir. Now I am presenting my paper, and title of paper is Seed Health Management of Legume. Yes, sir. Systematic studies of seed pathology are of recent origin in India and mainly concerned with survey of externally or internally seed-borne microbes and damage caused to the seeds. Legume seeds affected.
Sir, sorry to disturb you.
Yes, sir.
Sir, have you put on your presentation?
I am trying at level my best, ma'am. I have
Okay.
already told you my presentation is
Yes.
to my laptop, but due to network coverage, my coverage is to my mobile.
Okay, sir.
And presentation is in the laptop. That's why
Okay.
I disturbing something. Okay, now can I start, ma'am? Hello? Can I start?
Yes,
Am I
sir.
audible? Okay.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Legume seeds affected by seed-borne diseases like heavy roll, and the estimated losses vary 5 to 15% of the produce. The leguminous crop like gram, cajanus, groundnut, phageolus, and pea constitute an important source of proteins in the Indian diet. Groundnut occupies an area of over 99,700 hectares, giving 37,700 metric tons yield in Marathwada. Pulses are grown as mixed crops both in Rabi and Kharif season in Maharashtra and occupies presently an area of 23 million hectares and yield level is just above half tons. A legume suffers from about 30 diseases in India, out of which 10 diseases are seedborne. Such seedborne diseases are responsible for reducing grain yield. In such seed-borne diseases, seeds are associated with seed-borne pathogens such as fungi, bacteria, and nematodes. The major seed-borne pathogens on this crop include species of Aspergilli, Fusarium, Helminthosporium, Alternaria, etc. Pulses account of the 1/5 of the area under different crops in Maharashtra. The area under pulses seems to have stabilized around 10 lakh hectare since the 70s.
Already I have published on benzophenone. You can go to the two more papers have been added in 2021 and 22. You can get from chemical abstract. Now present work. Now in this present work, I have subjected isoenol to oxidative coupling using iodobenzene diacetate in dichloromethane. So in this case, isoenol gets oxidized to dihydroisoenol, whereas iodobenzene diacetate, where iodine in the +3 oxidation states, gets reduced to +1 oxidation states. This dihydroisoenol is then condensed with different substituted benzoic acid and having antimicrobial activity using DCC-DMAP as a reaction condition. Now, DCC we know very well is used as a dehydrating agent. We teach us in TYBAC. So, OH from carboxylic acid and H from benzophenone has been eliminated as the water molecule, and you will get dihydroisogenol ester derivatives. You can replace pyridine by triethylamine also. So these also things. So these are the different derivatives we have prepared. Around 9 derivatives. You can go through it. Okay. Now, what is how to prepare the potent compound 1 and 2? That is a substrate. So 3,5-dihydroxybenzoic acid subjected for esterification, followed by alkylation, followed by hydrolysis to get 3,4-dialkoxybenzoic acid. So in this way, you can prepare new benzoic acids by this method. Secondly, vanillic acid esterification with methyl vanillate, which is subjected to etherification to give alkyl derivatives, followed by hydrolysis to give 4-alkoxy, 3-methoxybenzoic acid. So these are the two major precursors which I have prepared. Now these two benzoic acid precursors are combined with dihydroisogenol. This is the probable mechanism I have given. DCC will be precipitated as a urea derivative. You can see here, by last step, byproduct, which is urea derivative, whereas aromatic acid gets converted to an ester. These are the chemical data which includes 400 megahertz NMR, then time of flight mass spectrometry and element analysis. All these chemical data were recorded at IIT Mumbai. You can see this 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9. Now this is the one NMR I will just discuss how I have interpreted this complex NMR. This all of you please look at the screen. This CH3 will come as a doublet at 1.4. This is the water present in CDCl3. This doublet is due to this CH3 because of this addressed to aluminum proton. It is de-shielded compared to this CH3. Then this proton, the aluminum proton free, it is due to 1 plus 3 quadrate and 1 plus 2 doublet, and that's why it's a multiplet. 4-methoxy 1, 2, 3, and 4 will come at this place. You can see this is a 2 and 1 plus 3, 4. Now come to this. This is a benzylic proton A. Now this coupled with this proton to give doublet. Since it is attached to aromatic ring, it is D-shielded. That's why it is coming at 5.2. Come to this proton at 6.2, which is due to aluminum proton C, 1 plus 3 quartet and 1 plus 1 doublet, and therefore it's a multiplate. You can get it at 6.2. Since it is olefinic, it is D-shielded. Come to the proton T. This combines with this to give doublet, which is with J is equal to 16 hertz, which is a trans double bond in nature. All the aromatic protons were resonated between 6.6 to 8. Now you can see here, this proton will give metacoupling of 2 to 3 hertz. Similarly, this proton will give metacoupling of 2 to 3 hertz. You can see this proton will give metacoupling as well as paracoupling, but paracoupling is 0. So this metacoupling is 2 to 3 hertz. This proton will give orthocoupling of 6 to 10 hertz as well as paracoupling, but paracoupling is 0. So you will get these peaks. All these peaks we are getting between 6.6 to 8 ppm. Now come to this ring which we have condensed. This will give orthocoupling of 6 to 10 hertz, and the paracoupling will be 0.
Sir.
This proton will give doublet of 6 to 10 hertz and then metacoupling. Yes, madam. Yes, 1 minute, madam. So this way you can interpret the NMR. The NMR is very clear. This is a mass spectra which are taken at IIT Mumbai. This is the antibacterial activity, and antimicrobial is a substance that kills or inhibits the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, or protozoans. Antibacterials either kill microbes or prevent the growth of microbes. In this method, the test compound is seeded in an agar plate, and the test organisms are streaked across to test the inhibition of growth as a marker of antibacterial activity. It is done by ditch plate method. These are I have taken ampicillin as a standard drug. Against this, I have screened all these compounds. Out of these, 2, 6, 7, 8, and 9 were found to be potential antibacterial candidate. Now, my future work is to do the dose dependent. I'll conclude that all these compounds, first of all, the new compounds and were confirmed by Sci-Finder search. This is the first one. Second one, it's a few of these compounds showing promising antibacterial activity, showing against the standard drug. So I can say that the structural diversity and the pronounced biological activities encountered in the benzofuran nucleus suggest that this class of compound is worthy for further study and may lead to derivatives by using combinatorial chemistry approach is an alternative strategy to new therapeutic discovery. In other words, the generation of diverse benzofuran ester derivatives develop new therapeutic molecules that might result in candidate having better activity. I'll show few NMRs with this last 30 seconds. You can see all these compounds are new compounds. And these are recorded at IIT Mumbai. These are all new compounds. These are my reference work. You can see 10, 11, 12, and 13. Actually, these are all my benzofuran nucleus on benzofuran, Indian Journal of Heterocyclic Chemistry. You can get the papers from Chemical Abstracts. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, sir. Any question from the participants?
Yes. Any question?
Sir, just one query here, like your compound seems to be also like products. Can you see the stereo selectivity in the reaction?
Chemoselectivity. Yes, sir. Actually, stereo selectivity. See, there is a.
Yeah.
Actually, if you see, there is. If you see this benzofuran, there is a stereo selectivity is there at carbon number C. If you can see that benzofuran nucleus. Yes, there is an enantiomer excess around 70:30.
Okay.
So what we are doing that actually we are doing the resolve. We are at BRC. In BRC only molecular laboratories with the help of Dr. S.K. Nayak. He may be very well known to you. So we are resolving this compound by certain that is mandelic acid, and to make it more either D or L. I found yeah.
Okay. Very much. Thank you, sir.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay. Now we move on to the next speaker.
Hello, sir.
I think earlier one is there. Arsia, you are there, no? So, Dr. Arsia?
Hello.
Yeah. Dr. Arsia?
Hello, sir.
Yeah, we can hear you. You can.
Okay, sir.
You can share your presentation and start. So, Arsia, madam, please start now.
Okay, sir. Can you see my PPT, sir?
Yes. Please start.
Okay. Thank you, sir. So a very good afternoon to one and all, to all the academic and scientific fraternity assemble on this international e-conference, which is organized by NB Mehta Science College Bordi. Myself, Dr. Arshia Parveen, Assistant Professor and Research Supervisor, Department of Chemistry, B. Raghunath Arts, Commerce and Science College, Parbhani. First of all, I like to acknowledge my gratitude and respect to Honorable Chairperson of this session, Shivram Garje Sirji, and I also acknowledge my respect to the convener of this oral session, Dr. Benazir Sheikh Madam. I especially thank to Dr. Nirgude Sir to give me this opportunity to present my work in front of you. The topic of my presentation is green synthesis of bioactive 2-phenylimidazole 4,5-F110 phenolphthalein. This is the outline of my presentation, that I am going to present my work as an introduction, literature, material and method, result and discussion, antimicrobial activity, conclusion with the reference. Now, what is the main purpose and the objective, or to choose this methodology, this work, and this target molecule, that is the 2-phenylimidazole 4,5-F110 phenolphthalein as a candidate and target molecule, which is synthetically found to be a very challenging skeleton. But not only to synthesize it, but we have to also focus on that the molecule should possess somewhat the potent pharmacological activities as well. Now we are also focusing on the clean and simple protocol to be choose as one of our main objective, with the some conditions like short reaction time with the minimum wastage, and obviously the economical and efficient protocol. Now let us start with the abstract of my work, that we have taken the substituted aldehyde and 110 phenolphthalein 5-dione into a range with different types of orthopara directing substituted groups on that, and we have synthesized our phenylimidazole 4,5-110 phenolphthalein molecule in a solvent free condition by using just a grinding of our diketone with the aromatic aldehydes. We use the ammonium acetate, and very important, that is ionic liquid HbF4. As Palke sir has already mentioned some characteristic of the ionic liquid, so I'm not going in detail of that. The second aspect of our work is the study of antimicrobial activity against some gram positive and some gram negative bacteria. What is the ultimate purpose of our work is to maintain and adopt the protocol that is called as green, which is a practically economical and efficient. Now let us talk about first with what are the challenges we are facing as an chemist. We know that over several past years, we are aware of that what are our implications of our chemistry towards the environment. And nowadays, we are trying to develop the new methods which should have the alternative reaction conditions. We minimize our byproduct, we are trying to avoid the hazardous chemicals, and the method we are keeping that smooth and efficient, and obviously if it is give the maximum yield, it is economical for us. Now how we can solve such type of problem, or we can say the challenge. The one of the answer I found with that of the green chemistry. Now we all very well know about the green chemistry is a new emerging field in the chemistry. Now this is our target molecule, 2-phenylimidazole 4,5-110 phenolphthalein molecule. Now, what is the significant to synthesize such a versatile molecule is that it is having the building block of various biopolymers. The very significant activity is found to be in the complex when it is acting as a ligand with the various metals. It is also acting as an anti-convulsant drug. It is also anti-inflammatory property. It is having the anti-tumor activity, which is very need of our time now. It is also having the viral property, antioxidant property. Now I also focus here that whenever I have surveyed the literature, I found that there are so many various work have been done on the complex formation, with especially with the anti-cancer molecule. You can see here that there are so many drugs has been formulated by making the complex of this rhodium second with that of our targeted molecule. We also seen that this molecule is very much significant in the DNA structure probe, and hence it's also having the activity in the neuromuscular blocking agent. So with this versatile application of this molecule, we found to be and we has developed a very much interest to develop this molecule, but keeping this challenge in our mind that we should follow the green protocol, and for that we do the literature survey. You can here see that the molecule has been synthesized since last from 2004. There are so many work you have been seen on this slide, that the molecule is synthesized in the presence of anhydrous zinc chloride, tin chloride, in the presence of acetic acid, ammonium acetate is there, potassium ferrocyanide is there, boric acid is there. All the scientists, they have done a wonderful work to prepare such a wonderful molecule and versatile molecule. I also done the preparation of this molecule in 2007 by using the molecular iodine, and I have the very good publication of this molecule. But I move towards the synthesis of the same molecule by preferring the ionic liquid. So many of these synthetic protocol for the formation of this molecule has been suffer from one or more disadvantages, such as a harsh reaction condition, poor yield, prolonged reaction time, using of hazardous material, expensive catalyst, and all that. So we have choose our catalyst for this synthesis is HBMBO4 1N butyl imidazolium tetrafluoride. Now, how we come to the conclusion that how we can choose this catalyst ionic liquid, especially because we know that recently the ionic liquid has having a considerable attention as an catalyst as well as the solvent. So we keep that point in our mind, and we has chosen this HBMBF4. There are, you can see there are various types of ionic liquid we can synthesize by using cation and anions. What are the special characters associated with this HBMBF?
Excuse me, madam. Please conclude.
It is having a good solvation, negligible vapor pressure, it is non-inflammable, it is special thing is about that is recyclable, it is having a atomic economy.
Dr. Arsia,
finally we can
please
say
conclude.
it is a eco-friendly catalyst. So we choose here the HBMBF4 for our preparation. This is the scheme. We can say the 110 phenolphthalein 5-dione is reacted with a substituted aromatic aldehyde in the presence of ammonium acetate, and the ionic liquid HBMBF4 at the room temperature.
Dr. Arsia,
we them together and we obtain our
am I audible?
Formation of this molecule is confirmed by the TLC.
Madam, please.
And purified with the help of column chromatography.
Conclude.
Now, for choosing the ionic liquid, we are also focusing on the
Dr. Arsia, madam,
of the amount of HBM.
Arsia, madam, please, Arsia, madam.
Found that if we increase the amount from 2 to 15, there is increase in the yield of the molecule. But we come at the 2.
Dr. Arsia, madam.
No doubt, if we increase the amount of this ionic liquid, the time is reduces, but there is no any significant increase you can found in the yield, and therefore we come at the conclusion that we will choose 10 millimole for our reaction. Now, in the result and discussion, we can say that what is the special character which is associated with the ionic liquid, which make them versatile, is obviously it's Miles-Lewis acidity. You can see in this mechanism, our ammonium acetate is acting as an ammonia source for the formation of this imidazole ring. And what is the role of this HBMBF4 is that it is attached with the both carbonyl compound, you can see here, and it start to cyclize to form give the imine formation, that is this C double bond N formation is there, and then after the formation of these,
madam,
going the slowly into the cyclization, and it give the formation of a product that is our 2-phenyl imidazole. Now, in this experimental section, we mix the benzaldehyde. We take 1 millimole, 110 phenolphthalein, 5,6-dione is 1 millimole, ammonium acetate 2.5 millimole, and our ionic liquid is 10 millimole. We ground together them at the room temperature, confirmed by the TLC, and purified with the help of column chromatography. Now, encouraging with this result, we make some different types of compound by taking this aromatic substitution aldehydes, and here you can find that we have choose a special kind of aldehydes. As we change the ortho and para directing group, again it shows the variation in the completion reaction time as well as yield. You can also find here that if we add the electron withdrawing group like NO2, it increase the reaction time and decrease the yield, and if you substitute the electron donating group, obviously it increase the yield. So Then the second part of my work is the antimicrobial activity. We have done the antimicrobial activity with the help of this paper disc diffusion method. By taking the control streptomycin sulfate, we have choose the 4 bacteria, 4 microorganisms. Out of that, 2 are gram positive and 2 are gram negative: Bacillus subtilis, E. coli, Staphylococcus aureus, Pseudomonas aeruginosa. And we have found that from our list, 3D and 3E molecules, which is having the substituted of NO2 group, has to be found to be antimicrobial active against only the gram-negative bacteria E. coli. So here you can see that this is the observation table for the determination of this antimicrobial activity. Now we have confirm the formation of our product with the help of the spectral analysis. Here you can find that we have having the special peaks of absorption as 687, 2022, 57. This is especially belonging to the CN group, and the 3035, it is the NH group, that is the formation of tertiary amine group. And we also having the mass spectra for the confirmation of the formation of our molecule. Now, at the conclusion of my work, I can say that we have developed a mild and simple and straightforward methodology. Conveniently, we kept the mind in our, that is the green protocol. We have also maintained the shorter reaction time for the completion of the reaction. The method is very clean and simple, and this found to be an alternative method for the existing method, I can say. So I acknowledge to my principal of our college for allowing me to perform the work in the laboratory. Now for this work, I have got the publication in very good journals like Journal of Advanced Scientific Research, then Journal of Medicinal Chemistry and Drug Discovery. We are also planning in the future for going for the pharmacological study of my molecule. With references, by using these references, I have done my work with the guidance of these all great people who has been synthesized this molecule. And lastly, I thank to the organizing team who has been wonderfully organized this international e-conference on the recent trends in chemical and biological sciences of ENB Mehta College. And again, Dr. Nirgude sir, to giving me the opportunity to present my work in front of you. Dr. Shivram Gajje sir, once again for chairing this session wonderfully, as well as Dr. Benazir Sheikh madam. Thank you very much to one and all. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Can you hear me? Madam.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me? Am I audible?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir.
No. Parveen madam cannot hear her. It's fine. I think something wrong with her microphone.
Hello, sir.
Can you hear me?
Hello, sir.
Okay, so thank you for your nice presentation.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, Ragini Garat madam just joined.
Okay.
Asking for the present.
Yeah, RCA madam will move ahead with the next presentation. Thank you for your excellent work. Thanks.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, so now we have next presentation by
Sir.
Ragini Garat madam, which is a presentation.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to present now.
Am I audible, sir?
Yeah. So, yeah, please go ahead. Ragini Garat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And please keep the time. 5 minutes plus 2 questions.
Is my screen is visible?
Yes, please go ahead.
Hello.
Yeah, we can see your
Thank
screen.
you, sir. Good afternoon, one and all present here. I'm Ragini Garat, student of Government Institute of Forensic Science, Nagpur, Department of Chemistry and Toxicology. The topic of my today's presentation is detection of thiamethoxam pesticide using functional white silver nanoparticles. So as we know that silver nanoparticles have a great immense its application in the field of science and technology due to its properties, and these are used as sensors and detectors and catalytic agents for organic synthesis. Thiamethoxam is a pesticide which is come under the category of insecticide and neonicotinoid class. So this is the structure of thiamethoxam pesticide. Its chemical formula is C8H10 ClN5O3S, and the molecular mass is 291.71 gram per mole, and solubility is 4.1 gram per liter. Its impact on health, it affects on carcinogenic activity and neurotoxicology on health, and also creates a bad effect on the reproductive system also. Application. So as in various field of the science such as medical, cosmetics, textile, it already in use, but especially in forensic science, nanoparticles are used for the detection of pesticides and for the detection of drugs also. Directly moving towards the synthesis of nanoparticles, there are various methods for the synthesis of nanoparticles. I prepared the nanoparticles by using the chemical reduction method, which is come under the bottom up bottom up method. And for the synthesis of nanoparticles, there are mainly three components are important. First is metallic salt, reducing agent, and capping agent. Metal salt which are used here is silver nanoparticles. Reducing agent is sodium borohydrate, and capping agent is DL-alanine. For the synthesis of silver nanoparticles, 30 ml of stirred the given solution for 20 minutes. Then add the 2 ml of AgNO3 solution, stir it for 10 minutes. There is appearance of yellow color, which conclude that the successful synthesis of silver nanoparticles. After that, addition of 2.5 ml of 1% DL-alanine solution. After adding the coating agent, if the color is constant, then we can conclude that the successful coating of the stabilizer on that silver nanoparticles. The total reaction is at the cold condition and in dark condition. Capping agent. So what is the work of capping agent? It is used as a stabilizer, as the nanoparticles are very small in size and they have tendency to interact with each other and form a agglomeration. To avoid this agglomeration and overgrowth of the nanoparticles, the capping agent is used. This is a setup for synthesis of nanoparticle, and these are the synthesized silver nanoparticles capped with the DL-alanine. So for the detection of pesticides, here I use the UV visible spectroscopy method, and the spectrophotometer is used, that is Lab India 3200 UV spectrophotometer. For that, the 2 ml of nanoparticle solution and 2 ml of range from 100 ppm to 1000 ppm concentration of thiamethoxam pesticide is used. As the UV visible spectroscopies work on the principle of Beard-Lambert's law, as the concentration increases, here we can see that the absorbance also increases. The first spectra is of silver nanoparticles, and second spectra is of DL-alanine capped silver nanoparticles. TLC is also done, having the RF value 0.15. Now the extraction of pesticide from the food sample and water sample. For that, I'll take sample food or water, and spiked with the thiamethoxam pesticide, kept it for 30 minutes, and then addition of 10 ml methanol, kept it for 10 minutes, then filtered the solution, and the solution was analyzed under the UV. So here I used water sample and apple and tomato sample. Here the absorbance under UV for water is 0.71, apple is 0.19, and tomato is 0.44. So from the result, we can conclude that the concentration of water, the concentration of thiamethoxam pesticides in water sample is greater than 600 ppm. For apple is less than 100 ppm. For tomato is greater than 300 ppm. Conclusion: the successful synthesis of silver nanoparticle is done, and the detection of pesticides from the range 100 ppm to 1000 ppm is successfully done, and also the detection of thiamethoxam pesticide from the spike food and water sample is done. And my further work is on the biological samples such as blood, saliva, that is extraction and detection of pesticides from that samples. These are the references. Thank you.
Uh, Thank you, madam. So, what is detection limit of your technique?
Sir, the work I had done in that the lowest limit is 100 ppm.
Okay. Participants, any question? Okay, thank you, Ragini madam. I think there is no question. So we'll move on.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah. So, Sneha madam, are you there? Sneha Khandit. Is that presentation by mistake come into the chemistry? Because it is from mathematics, or that is okay. Benjamin
Hello,
madam?
sir. Hello.
Ah,
Hello. I am here, sir. Yeah.
okay. So, just a moment. So we have next presentation by Dr. Sneha Khandit, and she's going to talk on fixed point theory and its applications. So from Department of Mathematics, Reena Mehta College, Bandar. So over to you, Sneha madam. Please start.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sure, क्यों नहीं हो रही है? Sure, screen. Sure.
It is laptop or mobile?
Sir, I think she's struggling to join. Or
No,
sharing
she's
screen.
there already.
Sir, actually, sure. I'm trying to share my PPTs. Uh,
It is from mobile or laptop.
it's a laptop.
Then share as a full screen. First you open the presentation, share as full screen, and then again click on the presentation.
Wait, sir. Yes.
स्नेहा यो स्ट्रेट एरो है ना उसको क्लिक करो शेयर करो एंड देन यू पुट ऑन द प्रेजेंटेशन इट विल कम
Yes, sir.
नीचे जो एरो है ना उसके ऊपर आप क्लिक कीजिए.
Yes, sir. I click on the arrow button, and here I saw three options. One is your entire screen, and second is a window.
एंटायर स्क्रीन पुट ऑन एंटायर स्क्रीन
Yeah.
एंटायर स्क्रीन को क्लिक किया देन गो टू शेयर करके नीचे शेयर है देखो ग्रीन
Yes,
ब्लू
sir.
करके होगा आपके शेयर
But
करो
actually, I tried to tap that button, but that button is not working.
ठीक है, आप सॉर्ट आउट कीजिए. मीनवाइल विल गो अहेड. तो आप थोड़ा कोशिश
okay.
कीजिए.
नेक्स्ट प्रेजेंटेशन
Yeah. Thank you. So next is by Priyanka Save.
Yes,
Madam,
sir.
are you
I'm
there?
present. Yes.
So thank you, madam. So madam is also again from Reena Mehta College from Department of Chemistry, and title of her talk is methyl paraben per derivative as a future potential drug. So over to you, madam.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And okay, sir. It is visible for you.
Not yet, it should come up.
It's coming.
The presentation और click करा तुम खाली bottom में
सर
जो
केला है.
खाली जो
Yesterday we have done.
presentation
No, Priyanka.
Presentation.
खाली असं हाँ yes yes
Yes.
हाँ yes तिथे click करा.
Sir, it is visible.
Yes yes.
Good afternoon, everyone.
तो मैंने आपको स्क्रीन भी शेयर की.
I'm Priyanka Save.
क्लिक करने के बाद ना वो शेयर मतलब वो बटन काम ही नहीं कर रही है.
Sneha ma'am, can you meet? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Priyanka Save, representing Mehta College. Sir, today I'm representing methyl parabens derivative as a future potential drug under the guidance of Vijay Gangan sir. This is the introductions about my derivatives. Sir, I'm trying to prepare methyl paraben derivatives which are used as giving antibacterial activity. So phenolic phytochemicals are known to exhibit anti-inflammatory, antioxidant, anti-carcinogenic, anti-diabetic, and immunomodulatory activities in animal. These are the mostly polyphenols are known as secondary plant metabolites present in plant and trees. One of such compound is 4-hydroxy benzoic acid, which is used as antifungal, antimutagenic, anti-stickling, estrogenic, and antimicrobial agent. It is primarily known as to basis for the preparations of its ester, known as parabens. Now this work is going on under the Vijay Gangan sir to prepare the paraben derivatives, which are used to as a preservatives in cosmetic. Such parabens are used for their bacterial, antibacterial properties, fungicidal properties, and they can as found in a shampoos, commercial moisturizer, shaving gel, then lubricating agent. Mostly it is used in a spray, tanning solution, makeup products, and toothpaste. They are also used as a food additive. Since methyl parabens is naturally occurring active compounds having antioxidant and antimicrobial properties, we decided to make a library of compounds using various permutations and combinations to come up while novel ether and hydride derivatives of methyl parabens used in conventional green chemistry method. Now, objective of this derivative, the objectives of this study is to condense two molecules of the same disease domain to produce more potent candidate in the same disease domain, or to condense two molecules of different disease domain to produce mixed variety of those disease domain, or to have drug candidate with entirely different disease domain. These are the earlier works are did by the Vijay Gangan sir, which are the produced in this journal. These are the present work. This is the 4-hydroxybenzoic acid are condensed with are reflex with methanol in presence of concentrated H2SO4 at reflex 8 hours to form the first derivative. It is methyl 4-hydroxybenzoate, and this is the NMR of this derivative, which are the recorded at IIT Mumbai. Now then, next derivative, methyl 4-hydroxybenzoate again undergoes the reactions with K2CO3, which is the base to abstract the proton to form the corresponding K plus salt, with reacts with alkyl halides to form the alkoxybenzoate. Methyl 4-hydroxybenzoate reflects with acetones at 45 to 50 degrees Celsius at 8 hours to produce methyl parabens ether derivative. These are the probable mechanisms of this ether. These are the 1H NMR and mass spectra are recorded at IIT Mumbai. These are the next diversifications of methyl paraben to its hybrid derivative 4 to 7 are derivatives prepared. These were prepared by the following methods. Methyl 4-hydroxybenzoate are substituted with benzoic acid in the presence of DCC, DMAP, pyridine at room temperature 24 hours to form the methyl paraben hydride derivatives. The next 4, 5, 6, 7 derivatives are prepared in this way. These are the probable mechanism are the fuse of hybrid molecules. These are the NMR of these derivatives. Now then, biological activity are the studied by the Ditch-Platt method. An antimicrobial is a substance that kill or inhibits the growth of microorganisms such as bacteria, fungi, or protozoans. Antimicrobial drugs, ether, kills microbes or prevent the growth of microbes. These are the Ditch-Platt method. With the help of agar-agar gel, it's prepared and spread the methyl derivatives. These are the activities of agents are the gram positive, gram negatives are get studied of the second samples. Then after that third one, sixth one and seventh one. These are the NMR spark and the mass spectra of this compound. Now then these references are taken by this. I studied these derivatives with the help of these references. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Priyanka, madam. Any questions from the participants? So, are we expecting better activity of this particular drug compared to the already existing one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And why is it so?
I'm trying, sir. This is my first paper actually I'm presenting, and I'm just studying about this derivative.
So I thought, I mean, there may some logic may be there. That's why you are expecting better activity.
Sir, actually we have done the activity. Now we are going to do the dose dependent. These are the potential antibacterial candidates we have screened. Now we are going to do with the help of standard drug. That is what we are going to do in the next step. That is the dose dependent. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay. So nice work. Thank you, Priyanka, madam.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay. So we move on to next one.
Hello, sir.
So you are ready, Sneha, madam?
Yes, sir. Once again, I just try to share the windows.
Sure.
Okay, sir.
Yeah.
Yes.
Madam, at the bottom now you can see the PPT of your computer. Click on that. At the bottom la this time.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yeah.
there.
So now it's visible, no?
Click
Yes,
on
now
that.
it's clear. Just isko bada karo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It's visible, sir?
It's visible. Now you click on the presentation mode. वो कप है ना नीचे वहाँ पर.
नीचे है ना जो बड़ा वो कल में किया था.
Go down. Yes. Wait. Left में थोड़ा left.
Or you can also press F5.
Yeah.
F5 key.
Press F5.
Yes, sir. ठीक है.
No, madam, on that left side of that, there's the cup-like symbol. You can see.
देखो यहाँ पे देखो. Can you see here?
Yes. Click that. Bus.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon, all. I am Dr. Sneha Khandai, Assistant Professor from Mehta College. And today my presentation topic is a fixed point theory and its application. First, we see the definition of fixed point. X be the non-empty set, and here T is a mapping from X to itself. Point X in X is said to be a fixed point if T of X is equals to X, and the theorem which are used to prove the existence and uniqueness of the fixed point. This is called as the fixed point theorems. Now next we see the definition of the Banach fixed point theorem. T via contraction mapping defined on complete matrix space X, then T has a unique fixed point. Here I see the this curve y is equals to f of x. This curve cut this line at a 3 points. So here we got the three fixed point. Now next we see the introduction. A point which is invariant under any transformation is called a fixed point. Let T be a mapping from X to itself be a transformation, and a fixed point X under the transformation T is a solution of the functional equation T of X equals to X. And the idea of the fixed point was first introduced by the Poincare in 1866. Now, the purpose of this research, the fixed point theory is one of the most powerful and fruitful tools of the modern mathematics. The fixed point theory play a very important role in solving the existence and uniqueness of the solution of a different equations, eigenvalue problems, initial value problems, boundary value problems, integral equations. Also, it is used in a medical field for cancer cure. To cure the cancer disease, it is used in a share marketing. It also contribute in a characterization of the completeness of the soft metric space. Next we see again applications in various fields. Fixed point theorems have many applications in a mathematics, particularly as in a biological field, chemistry field, economics, engineering field, optimizations. It is used in a game theory, physics, dynamic programming, system analysis, communication network space, and other various disciplines of the mathematical science. These fixed point theorems are very important tool for finding the existence and the uniqueness of solutions to the several mathematical models, differentials, integrals, partial differential equations, and also it representing the phenomena arising in distinct areas such as the steady state temperature distribution, chemical equations, Newton transfer theory, economic theories, and flow of fluid. Here we see some mathematical examples for the how to find the fixed point. Here I consider one function, so t is equals to x by 2, and by definition of fixed point, here we get a unique fixed point. That fixed point is a 0. Second example, here I consider a function x square, and by definition of the fixed point, here we have definition tx is equals to x, and using the definition, we find two fixed point here. One is 0, and another is a 1. Here again, I consider here one more example. X naught be of fixed real numbers, and here I consider x naught is not equals to 0. So, and we have a function t of x is equals to x plus x naught, and by definition t of x equals to x, and if we put this value of these functions, so we get x naught equals to 0, but this is not possible. So here we don't get any fixed point. Here we see another example which is related to our real life. We observe that the rotation of the wheel.
Please conclude.
Ma'am, just finish. Just a few seconds. Give me a few seconds. Rotation of the wheel. It's every point move except its center. So its center is a fixed point. And one more example, sir, in a medical field, I want to share. So for curing the cancer, we use there a fixed point theory, and this is my the future work that I work on this application, and these are the references that I used here. And thank you, sir.
Thank you, madam. Is there any participant who can ask any question, because it is from mathematical field? Actually, chairperson is supposed to raise some queries. So, Sneha madam, I just have a couple of queries. Like one real life example you give about the rotation of a field, and there we have one center point, which is fixed point.
Yes, sir.
So, what will be the mathematical expression for that? Like say when we have a linear line, we say y is equal to mx. So, if I want to have that particular fixed point, what will be the mathematical expression for that particular field rotating and where we have one fixed point? have you got my question?
Hello, sir.
I may be wrong actually, because I'm not with the mathematics background.
Hello,
Like,
sir. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Am I audible?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like in your first slide, you showed that there are three fixed points where that particular line passes through 3 points. So my question is that if we take the real life example where field rotates and we have one fixed point at the center, how we can express that mathematically?
Sir, actually, I don't have idea, but I just consider the one example how to relate the fixed point with our real life. So I just give just example for this, and like that, so many example we have.
And another thing is that what you can also do for our chemistry student there is basically our these orbitals. Those are the mathematical functions. We say s orbital, p orbital, and all those things. So maybe along with your chemistry faculty there, using simple Excel for program, you can show the students how to draw the orbitals along with physics, chemistry, and maths. Those departments can come together and show that.
So I'm definitely trying for that.
Like many times, students just imagine that yes, orbital means spherical shape, P means like dumbbell, but those are nothing but mathematical functions. So just along with your other science departments, you can have some kind of program there. Okay, so thank you very much, madam, for your nice presentation, and we move on to next presentation now. And I'm sure that all of them they should be there because they are from the Reena Mehta College. So we have now. Uh, Om Prakash Yadav. So, Om Prakash Yadav, sir, are you there? Hello. Okay, if not, then let us go to Anamika Singh, madam. Madam, are you there? Or Krishna Lekha Nadar?
Yes, sir, I am available.
Okay, thank you, madam.
I'm
So,
present.
again, madam is from mathematics, and the title is
Yeah,
Statistics and Blood Glucose Monitoring. It
yes, sir.
seems to be related to some chemistry. Maybe I will be able to
Yes, sir.
understand some part of it. So,
Yes.
madam, please go ahead.
Hello, Anamika here. I'll just present after Krishnalekha ma'am completes it.
Sure,
Okay, sir?
sure.
Shall I start, sir?
Yes.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Krishnalekha Nalda. I'm an assistant professor from Arena Mehta College. First of all, I want to gratitude MB Mehta Science College and also who is organizing their management and who is organizing this program. I'm representing the topic that is statistics and blood glucose monitoring. So see here in our life, every one out of 10 people has diabetes. So in this session, I'm going to help you. I'm going to discuss about blood glucose monitoring, which so we should know what is blood glucose monitoring.
Kindly share your screen, sir, madam.
Yes, sir.
Screen
Presentation,
share,
please.
please.
Can you see the screen, sir?
Uh, Not yet, madam.
Not yet. Just a minute. Sure. Select and share. Okay, can you see this screen now, sir?
Yes.
Okay, sir. My topic it is statistics and blood glucose monitoring. So, what is blood glucose monitoring? It observes for pattern in the fluctuation of blood glucose level that occurs in response to diet, exercise, medication, and maybe some hereditary problem with blood glucose fluctuation is which will result in diabetes. So here I have considered there are three objectives. The first one it is here we are going to analyze the hemoglobin A1C method to monitor blood glucose level in the human body. The second thing I have taken this topic to understand the updated research to monitor the glucose level in the human body and suggest some ideas to control the diabetes. Okay, we all know the what is diabetes. So it is a chronic health condition that affects how your body turns food into energy. So there are two kind of diabetes, that is type 1 and type 2. And so there are three categories are there. If you are doing some tests, always the level it comes in 7 fasting value and after eating value that we are seeing first. If it is this is healthy, if the value is between 70 to 100, so they don't have diabetes. And it should be less than 140. Okay, if the value it comes when we are doing the blood test, it's between 101 to 126, it is pre-diabetes. And after eating, after the meal, it is 140 to 200, then the people consider under pre-diabetes. And if it is more than 126, then the patients are in high risk. So there are so many tests to find out the sugar level in the body, that is glucose level in the body. The first one, it is fasting blood sugar. The second, it is random blood sugar. Third one, it is oral glucose tolerant test. And the fourth one, this is the updated one, that is hemoglobin A1C test. Okay, what it is a simple blood test that measures your average blood sugar level over the past 3 months. Okay, so even when we are using this updated method, the some of the statistical tool that we are using, that is percentage, table, and graph. With the help of that, we are deriving the result of the glucose level in the body. So graph is also in this method. We are with the help of this average, we are deriving the result of hemoglobin A1C. Even using this table also. Okay, if it is the percentage, when the result comes from hemoglobin A1C, if the result between 4 percentage to 5.6 percentage, then the person is normal. There is no diabetes for the person. Okay, and if it is from 5.7 to 6.4 percentage, then the person we are consider under pre-diabetes level. If it is more than that, then the person is having the higher mean you have the diabetes. So using these three things that we can analyze the report. Okay, and what are the latest research it's going under diabetes? The first one, it is we are going to discuss about the latest research under this. So the pancreas transplant can cure diabetes. Okay, but it is a high risk because it is a surgery, but which is not available in India. But foreign countries, it is under some research. And we know about this beta cells, which is existing in pancreas. Actually, what happening? Our body immune system mistakenly destroy our beta cells. That is the reason our body is not able to produce enough insulin. Okay, that is the reason that we are getting diabetes. Okay, they are taking the beta cells from other one person to another person. So this study research also undergoing. The last one, it is also one of the thing, the stem cell therapy. Using this also, they are trying to control the diabetes. Then what is the latest technology for diabetes? So here the smart pen is there. Using that also, when they are injecting, they are sending insulin to the patient body. With the help of that also, we can control the diabetes, right? And whenever we are doing diabetes test, we are pricking the finger of someone. Okay, this will give painful, this will be painful. So even the research it's going on, to without pricking the person also, we need to get the results. So under this also, the research is going on. And so what are the different approaches to improve the insulin level? It is there are some 5 kinds are there. That is all related to beta cells only. That is regeneration of existing beta cells using stem cells and reprogramming. We know the stem cells, it will be useful for many kind of disease, the chronic disease, and replacing beta cells with cells from non-human donors, and replacing beta cells with cells from disease donors. According to this presentation, my conclusion is, so even though we are taking a hemoglobin A1C test, okay, so that is the very latest test for diabetes, but still we are getting here approximate value only, because it is an average of something. It is not an exact one, right? Also, in this result, we are not able to find out. It is the last one, ma'am. This may be because of the glucose in the body. Okay, so the glucose level in the body, it is increasing or decreasing due to stress or any of the side effect or some of the medicine or food. So we need to the result. If the result is able to say why this is happening, why the blood glucose level is increasing, it able to show this also the reason. The reason is also it's able to say this will be fine for the diabetic patient to control it. Thank you, sir. Thank you for giving this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Krishna Lekha, madam.
Yes, sir.
Participants, any question? And just one query that since your title says statistics and blood glucose, so
Yes.
what role statistics has to play in the glucose?
Yeah, here, see, I have discussed about hemoglobin A1C test now. So when we are deriving the result, here some of the statistical tool like percentage, graph, and table. Okay, these are the statistical tool that we are using to derive the result. So this way, the statistics which will be useful in biological sciences.
And you mentioned about that yes, SB1, that particular test where
Yes.
the level of over 3 months is given.
Yes.
So how it is done actually, basically, how the blood sample, real blood sample can give.
Yeah, so what we are doing here, even I have done this research with the clinic also. I went for clinic also.
Okay.
I have spoken with the person. What they did now, they are taking the blood test, then they have to add some chemical into the blood so that time what happened, the RBC count from the blood it's segregating. Then they are putting in the machine. So with the help of statistical tool, the machine is giving the result.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much, madam, for your nice presentation.
Okay, sir.
Now
Thank you,
let
sir.
us move on to the previous one by Anamika Singh, madam. She's from again Department of Mathematics, Reena Mehta College, and
Yes, sir.
title of talk is Mobius band surprise, systematic erosion in imaginary. So, madam, over to you.
Yes, yes, sir. Am I audible?
Yes, yes, we can hear you.
Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Anamika from Rina Mehta College, from the Department of Mathematics. I am very grateful to be here to present my paper, and I'm really thank the college for giving me this opportunity. My topic today here is Mobius band surprise, a systematic illusion is imaginary. Mobius band, we have seen quite a strike in many of the working systems. So here the mathematic represents a Mobius band, which is a surface that can be formed by attaching the ends of a stripe of paper together with a half twist. Here we have the half twist band paper been collected in this form such a way that the surface is useful in many different applications, based on medical field, based on engineering field, with the proper, you can say, a non-orientable surface where it will give you the meaning that within it one cannot consistently distinguish clockwise from and also from the counter clockwise turns. Mostly it is a Mobius strip, which is its boundary, called as open Mobius strip, which is having a surface of a constant curvature, certainly highly symmetric spaces whose point represent lines in the plane having the shape of a Mobius strip. Also, it is a two embedding form of a knot type of a structure where the same number and direction twists in order of a topological equivalent. So we can say that it is a non-orientable surface containing a Mobius strip in it. It can be formed by attaching the two ends of a stripe of a paper together with a half twist. Some of the example related to the Mobius strip are the world map projected onto a Mobius strip with convenient properties. The world map which we see is projected in a form of a Mobius strip where there is, you can say, no convenient property, that there are no east-west boundaries, and at the antipode of any point on the map can be found on the other printed side of the surface. Basically, the mechanism of the world map depends upon the Mobius band structure, which is projected in a way that it can be seen through the surface at the same point, even when we turn that within the east side or the west side. The next useful example for the Mobius band here is the polarization pattern in light emerging from a cube plate. You can say that immense amount of light can be pass on through different structure using the Mobius band strip and Mobius bands mechanism. The next is the resonators with a compact design and a resonant frequency. Whenever we calculate a particular frequency of the working system, we have the utilization of some kind of Mobius strip in it, where the resonator also with a compact design have the mechanism of Mobius strip in it. Many other applications such as the graphene ribbons can be also twisted to form the Mobius strip with new electronic characteristics including helical magnetism, where the structure of electronic are also, while we use the graphene ribbons in it, we have the Mobius strip mechanism in it where it converts into the different helical magnetism. Because of its many different properties, one of which it has the double paradox of being a single-sided strip and having only one edge, it has been useful in many other different structures also. Beyond the already discussed application of Mobius strip to the design of mechanical belts, where the different applications have been defined, it is useful because of its one-sided strip and having only one edge in it. It is a two-dimensional object world, and what's more constructing one is it is within one reach. If you have to methodically define a structure, a two-dimensional object is used, which is said to be as the Mobius strip, which has many applications. So here, I'll conclude that the two-dimensional object can be represented in many forms, whereas from starting from the medical field to the other different structures, we use this Mobius strip. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there any question from the participants? Okay, if not, then let us thank the Anamika madam, and if there are previous speakers available, you can have their presentation. So Om Prakash Yadav sir, are you there? So it is number 22, and then OC 9 and 11. If they are there, they can present their work. Wasim Beg, that is 9 number, and 11 is Jayasri Patil. Is there any one of these people available?
No, sir, I don't think so.
Okay. So if not, then I think all the presentations are over. Anyone has not presented?
21 participants were there. 21 presentations were there.
Anyone's presentation is left?
No, sir.
Okay. So anyway, so that finishes this session. So I will quickly summarize that in this particular session, there were supposed to be 24 presentations, out of which 21 presenters are present, and they presented work on various areas like organic synthesis, how carbon nitrogen bond can be formed, and then various aspects of nanomaterials using their applications as photocatalyst, as sensors, and so on, and also the green synthesis of nanomaterials. Also the depolymerization of polymers, that is something important. free radical scavenging, and silver recovery from the photographic plates, then demineralized water, organic synthesis, and of course drug chemistry. So variety of aspects were covered and the areas were covered, and really very interesting session it was. So at the end, again, once again, I thank the organizer for giving me opportunity to chair this particular session. Thank you very much. Over to you, madam.
Thank you, sir. So now we have come to the end of the first day of our international conference. And on behalf of NB Mehta Science College, Bordi, I, Benazir Sheikh, thank our chairperson, Professor Garje sir, for chairing the session and patiently listening to all the presentationers and for giving his valuable suggestions. I'm also thankful to our judge of the session, whose name will be declared tomorrow in valedictory session. I thank all the participants for actively participating in the session and presenting their work. We invite all of you for tomorrow's session. We have exciting talks tomorrow from 11 a.m. onwards. So please do join at a time. Thank you. And once again, I would like to thank Professor Gurje sir for your patience and kind cooperation. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Sir. May I leave now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Thanks.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Garji, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.